my name is Valentina Casas. I live in Las Cruces, New Mexico. So in 2014, when the abortion clinic opened up, it was no surprise that me and my very pro-life family would be out on the sidewalk doing everything we can to help. I knew since I was 11 years old, I've always wanted to do something for the pro-life movement. I knew I didn't want to go to the gates of heaven and face our Lord and Him ask, "You could have done more." It was such an amazing experience to get to see our community come together and build a new organization solely to help women and to shut these horrendous places down. 2 years later, with a lot of prayer vigils, a lot of fasting, the clinic finally shut down. Now I'm one of their interns. It's been such an amazing experience. It's been rough, but nothing that's worth fighting for comes easy. I remember the first woman that I talked to, I was so nervous. I was talking to Jessica and I was having a rougher day that time.
I remember that day very clearly. I noticed that she was struggling a little bit. So I reminded her, I said, "Do you remember we just talked about St. Paul and we need to pray for courage?"
Something hit me. I saw her starting to cry and I'm like, okay, she's on the phone or no phone. I'm gonna walk over there and just wait till she's done and just be awkward. She hung up. I greeted her. I'm like, "Hey, I've been watching you for a while. Just wanted to make sure you were okay. I saw you were crying." She dried her tears. She tried to be strong. I admire that about her. All I felt was like, she's hurting and I just want to comfort her. It turns out she had gone in. She had paid for an abortion, but she hadn't gotten it done yet. She thinks she has no other choice, so I'm like, okay, we have our sonographer, our mobile unit right here. We're gonna get you an ultrasound. We're gonna talk to some people. We're gonna get your money back for the abortion you just paid for that you obviously don't want. And we're gonna get you support that you need for you can be a strong mother, because I know you can do this.
I already knew that she would come back very joyful. I don't know why, but I did. So she comes back and she's with her beautiful long hair, smiling, and "Jessica, they're coming. So at that point, I was introduced to Paulina, and they came onto this beautiful mobile unit. And as soon as they walked in, they knew that they were in a safe place. I could see it on the young girl's face. But as soon as she stepped one foot onto the mobile unit, she smiled. And I was told by them that they had driven the night before down to El Paso from Midland, and they rented a hotel room, and Paulina was scheduled to have her abortion the next morning. Janine, our sonographer, started the ultrasound. As a matter of fact, I believe it was Janine's first ultrasound. And once she started the ultrasound, the feel in the mobile unit changed. And when Paulina heard the heartbeat and she was seeing the images, that was it. She knew that she didn't want to go through with it.
Hearing your baby's heartbeat, it changes your mindset. Like, you don't want to end it. Because that was it for me. I wanted my baby.
I realized that she was only going to go through with the abortion because she felt that she had no choice and she did not have the support of the baby's father. And then I asked her if she wanted to go outside, and with her permission, of course, if I could capture what she was feeling at that moment.
If you would have told me that I was going to have the emotional and physical support, I would have never thought about abortion.
So ultimately, what did he tell you when you told him that you were pregnant?
Well, that I could do whatever I wanted. I mean, it's my body, so...
Is that what you wanted to hear?
No. I wanted him to be like, let's work something out, let's do this, how are we gonna, I don't know, let's figure it out, basically. I feel like if he would have told me that, I would have been sure of myself, okay, let's do this.
At that point, she was ready to just drive back home. And that's when we had the conversation about, she had already paid the $700. She showed me the receipt. And I said, you need to go back in there and you need to get your money back. She said, I can't go back in there. And I asked her why. And she said, it's the darkest place you could ever imagine. And that's when I mentioned our amazing attorney, Mike Seibel. I said, just go in and just mention that you have legal representation, and that if they don't give you back your money, then your attorney, Mike Seibel, will reach out to them. And she did. She went back in. So, of course, when they heard the name Mike Seibel, they said, we will give you a refund, but not until tomorrow, because the doctor's gone for the day, which wasn't true because we know what he drives and his Jeep was still outside. And he's not going to be here until tomorrow. And she said, I really feel that they only told me that because they know that I drove all the way from Midland. And of course, that's when I called Mark, our director, and I asked if there was anything that we could do. And knowing Mark's generous heart, he said, absolutely, put them in a hotel, get them dinner, and have them celebrate the new life that will be.
And 9 months later, a beautiful baby girl is born, and it's so amazing.
We've been very fortunate to stay in touch with her, so much so that we were able to go and see her in Midland. I was able to see just what an amazing hero mom she is, to see like what a young woman is capable of doing if she has the right support in her corner, and that would not be made possible if it wasn't for everybody that works so hard in helping moms be heroes. So I let her know, I said, you qualify for the Hero Fund, so we're going to be able to cover your rent next month. She was speechless, and her words to me were, Jessica, I just hope that one day I can learn to be that person in someone else's life that you guys have been to me, because you have impacted my life in a way that I don't know how to repay you.
I look forward to take her to church and get her baptized as soon as I can, because I want God to be involved in her life and for her to be blessed.